Welcome back to Community Health Heroes. Did you know that the Ochsner Eat Fit program has partnered with nearly 500 restaurants throughout Louisiana to offer special menu options that curb limits for calories, sodium, animal saturated fat, trans fat, refined carbs, and added sugar? With us now is Ochsner Fitness Center registered dietitian Molly Kimball to give us an update on Eat Fit and how it's grown in popularity over the years. Hey Molly, so good to see you on the couch. I know later on in the show we're going to see you in the kitchen, but now we've got you on the couch to talk about Eat Fit. Now I know you started this about 6 years ago. Oh my gosh, did you have any clue it was going to be so popular and such a hit in not only New Orleans but all over Louisiana?
No idea. So it was one of those things that, we were looking at how can we have a bigger impact on the community in addition to our dietitians one-on-one seeing clients. And so it's something that our Ochsner leadership said, hey, what are your ideas on this? And so I was like, what if we worked with restaurants, because that's a big barrier for people to being healthier, is what if we worked with restaurants and at that point of decision making put something to identify these nutritious options? And they were like, yeah, sure, go for it. What are you going to call it? Or, so then we kind of figured it all out, and it a little bit, grew, and we had 5 restaurants, and we had 12, then we had 25. And at 25 restaurants, I thought, this is huge, this is fantastic. And then to see how it's just continued to grow, and the acceptance in the community from the people who use it, us in the community, but also from the restaurants in the community, it's just been really cool.
What would you say the official mission of Eat Fit is? And then can you also tell us about the nutrition guidelines?
Yes, so our mission is basically to take the guesswork out of dining out healthfully, wherever you are. So whether it's out or even at home. So we work with restaurants, and that's kind of our primary component, but also where are people living their lives? Where are they out just kind of doing their thing? And so festivals, we work with festivals to put Eat Fit on the menu. So places like French Quarter Fest, Voodoo Music Fest, Satchmo. We work with grocery stores and markets to do shelf tags. So we have tags throughout stores to identify. We'll work with meal delivery companies. So anywhere where food is sold, even bars who have cocktails, and then we work with them to do mocktails as well. So let's take the guesswork out of it so that when someone wants to make that healthy choice, we have that Eat Fit seal right there and they know what that is. And what Eat Fit means is that it's no white carbs. And we say that kind of loosely, but it basically means no refined processed starches. So no white flour, no white rice, white pasta. Very low in sodium. We use the American Heart Association's upper limits for sodium as far as restaurant criteria. And that varies if it's an entree or if it's an appetizer, what the exact numbers are. But lower sodium, very low sugar, less than a teaspoon of sugar. And if it's in a beverage or a smoothie, then it's 0 added sugar. And we keep the emphasis on lean proteins, vegetables, plant-based fats, but still working with the restaurants to make sure that they're pleased and proud to serve it, and we're happy with the nutrition side of it.
How do you find your restaurant partners? What do you look for?
Sometimes we seek out the restaurants, sometimes they come to us. It's just it's very organic. But a lot of times, or we also, through our Eat Fit smartphone app, users of the app can also recommend their favorite restaurants to become an Eat Fit partner. And so when restaurants start to hear it from their customer base, then that's when they really want to move forward with it.
Tell me a little about your reach, because you've gone way beyond New Orleans.
Yeah, so it's really great. So as Ochsner has grown and spread throughout a large footprint in the state, Eat Fit also has. And so we now have a dietitian, a full-time dietitian in the North Shore region. So we had so much requests for Covington, everywhere, basically from Hammond to Slidell, and the whole Covington, Mandeville area. And we were trying to do it with our NOLA, Eat Fit NOLA dietitian, but there's just so much. So our Eat Fit North Shore dietitian, Brittany, is full-time, and she's had just a really great, she just started in December, and has just had great response so far. We have a full-time dietitian for Eat Fit BR, also Eat Fit Acadiana, who's also working with Lake Charles for Southwest Louisiana, and we just launched Eat Fit Shreveport with our full-time dietitian Savannah up there. So,
and it's also growing, as you mentioned, at local schools. And this sounds like a great opportunity for outreach to teach young kids about healthy eating. Can you tell us a little about the school program?
Yes. So Pigeon is a local caterer, and a lot of people say, "Oh, I love them. They did my wedding or whatever." Well, Pigeon also does school food service, and so they do the entire start to finish. So they don't just provide the food to the schools, they also hire and employ the staff who serves the food. So there's really not a lot of red tape. So when Pigeon said they wanted to do Eat Fit, it was easy for us, relatively speaking, because they're the ones that make all the decisions. So we weren't having to work with another food service provider that they work with. So we were able to work with Pigeon, work with their executive chef and their team, and basically look at all the things they're bringing in as far as the ingredients for schools, and what do we need to do to tweak it to make it Eat Fit approved, because a lot of the wheat bread wasn't really whole wheat. And so Pigeon was really fantastic about working with us to change these items and stop bringing in some and bring in other completely different items, and in a lot of those cases increase their food costs slightly. And there's not a big profit margin in schools, but they were willing to take that smaller profit margin in order to offer these healthier things. So we have Eat Fit in 12 schools, 4 private schools and 8 charter public schools.
What's the reaction been like? The kids, are they responsive to that?
They're really, like, the participation whenever Pigeon comes into a school, the participation on the school lunches goes up across the board.
Wow.
And so some of the numbers at one of the schools was 55% were participating in schools, and now it's over 90 in the school lunch.
That's a big jump.
Yeah, because kids, if they don't like the food, they're not even walking into the cafeteria. So now, not only are they going in, but it's about 35% of it is often the Eat Fit options. I wish it was more, like 50-50, but they're happy with it. And when you've got kids who have the choice, and still about a third of the time they're choosing Eat Fit, they consider that a win. Again, I wish it was higher, but it's still good.
Well, let's talk about spreading the word. Let's spread the word about your big event in June, Eat Fit Dine Out. It's a fundraiser. Could you tell us about that?
Yeah, so I don't know if we even mentioned it, but everything that we do with Eat Fit with our restaurants is completely free of charge. So we don't charge restaurants anything to be Eat Fit partners with us. And we, so our annual fundraising event, the participating restaurants donate 1% of the proceeds back to the Eat Fit nonprofit initiative. And so this year it is Thursday, June 6th, so save the date, mark your calendars. And on that day, restaurants will be donating a percent back. And we work with companies like Waiter as well. So even if you order an Eat Fit dish from a place that you want it delivered to your home for a Waiter, you can dine out or dine in to support Eat Fit.
That's a great event. So if people want to find out more about Eat Fit, I know there's a lot of ways. I saw your newsletter. I think that's really cute, and of course your app. So how can people find?
Yeah, so we have our Eat Fit smartphone app. So if you're just in your app store and you just type in Eat Fit, it should be one of the first, if not the first, that pulls up. And then the websites by region, we have eatfitnola.com, eatfitbr.com, eatfitnorthshore.com. But if you're watching and you just remember eatfitnola.com, you can go there and you can access all the other regions through there.
Well, congratulations on all your Eat Fit success. I mean, it's amazing that you started this and it's become such a big deal in New Orleans and throughout, and so many people are benefiting from it. So it's got to be wonderful. And I'm not going to say goodbye or thank you just yet, because you're going to be hanging around. You'll be making mocktails with us in just a few minutes. So thank you, Molly. When we return, a preview of the upcoming Go Red for Women luncheon in our Community Health Heroes report. We'll be right back.